All right, so now we're going to do a little segment we like to call Lara Listens. And in it, I'm going to tell you about some of my favorite vinyls and some of the history behind them. And I'm going to ask y'all a couple questions. Also, thank you to our good friend Worm who popped in there and to Alice for that excellent and informative astrological weather report for this week. The first album we're going to go to is this one right here. Now, a lot of people will have a lot to say about best of albums. I simply do not care. The Best of Bill Withers is an amazing album. There are more songs by him that you already know, I'm sure, or have heard than you even think. He's the one that did, Lean on Me, and, Harlem and Use Me, Ain't No Sunshine. He he is just such an amazing singer, and tells such great stories with his voice. Just absolutely seminal. And here's the question. He's got a song called Grandma's Hands. What song? It's a well-known song, very popular song, I think in like the 90s. Yeah, you know what? It might have been an advice column, honestly, but it's not. You don't want my advice, okay? It's always going to be dump him. That's every time, every time. Best of albums are great, aren't they? So yeah. So in the chat, tell me what famous song a prominent sample from the song Grandma's Hands was used in. Does anyone know? It's not one you might think, especially with a name like Grandma's Hands. It's definitely a different vibe that a song called Grandma's Hands would indicate. Anyone? Anyone? It's kind of a hard one. This is kind of a hard question. So I'll spare you. The song No Diggity by Blackstreet. I can't play it because we will get demonetized. I mean, we're not even monetized, but they will take this video down in a second. But, this is the thing. The other thing about this segment is that I want to encourage y'all to investigate the music, to look it up, to do the thing. Because, like I said in the beginning, Spotify, do y'all have any music? Think about it. If your power went down, if Spotify went down, if Tidal went down, would you have any music? If you couldn't go on YouTube, would you have any music? And if not, how could you share the art that you love, the culture that you have, that you've grown with? How could you share that with your friends, with, people who are going to come after us, right? How can you prevent the erasure of culture unless you have physical media? And physical media also includes MP3s. Get yourself an MP3 player. Get yourself a little, yar. Nice try, FBI. I'm not recommending anything illegal. Of course not. But yes, look in the beginning listen to Grandma's Hands and then listen to No Diggity. You'll hear it immediately. And the only clue I'm going to give you is, That's it. Now we're going to go for album number 2 for this segment of Lara Listens. A very different but equally important album, System of a Down's Toxicity. If you like anything involving guitar, or even if you don't and you're just a political person, this album, they warned us about the entire prison system in the first song. Okay, the album starts off with like just a riotous chord, and then they just launch into the most like trenchant discussion of the prison industrial complex at a time when it was like rising and rising and rising. Like they literally tried to warn us. And I remember when I first heard this album, I was just thumping. Dear Dance is such a great song. Yeah. A Dear Dance invitation to peace, war is staring you in the face, dressed in black. It's so good. Same. I wish I had gotten more into System of a Down than Tool, because they went kind of that like apolitical direction, like kind of just, anyway. Why Don't Presidents Fight the War? Why Do They Always Send the Poor? That's a different album, but Boom is also a great song. System of a Down is definitely a top 5 favorite band for me, easily. And it's like the way that they tell stories, and also just culturally speaking, they're like, they're Armenian. So a lot of the chord progressions they use in their music come straight from Armenian folk music. And, that it seems to us like interesting and esoteric. And for them, it's just like, using their culture. And again, cultural exchange happens all the time, right? Because rock music comes from R&B, which comes from the blues, which comes from Black people. Okay. The matriarch of rock and roll, we all know, is Rosetta Tharpe. Sister Rosetta Tharpe invented the genre. Even the way with, standing, playing guitar that way with the solos, with, the guitarist singer being the front person. She started it all. But it's gone all around the world. And with this band, we get back to the political roots as well as introducing some culture without us even knowing it. So those are the 2 albums for this week's Lara Listens. I highly encourage that you get yourself some physical media, some kind of it, right? Don't trust the streaming services. They don't have, also, not for nothing, support artists. Buy MP3s, go on Bandcamp, find people you like, find something that you like, and buy directly from people. Because even if you do have these streaming services, the artists don't get any money. Okay. I mean, I've gotten thousands upon thousands of listens of my songs on, various platforms. And you get like, enough for a bag of chips every year, no matter how many thousand listens you get, right? They have basically made it so that it, reconstitutes the way that music goes, where only the most popular artists make money and everyone else is a starving artist, as it were. But anyway, that's Lara Listens for this week. Now we're going to go straight into our next segment.